Hello everyone and welcome to the Gaming by Geeks channel. My name is Adam and once again I'm back with some more Minecraft All the Mods 8. Let's put my magnet back on. Put these things back. So I need Flux blocks, which I can make. Oh, no, completed that quest, even though I don't still have the other flux cores. That's fine, a nice bit of XP, some flux dust. Right, starting your network. The first item you'll need to start your network is a flux plug. The plug is used to draw power from the block it is attached to. Aside from a small buffer, the plug does not store power itself, so don't worry about it zapping up all your power. It's suggested to place the plug on a power storage block like an energy cube. You can connect to cables or pipes, blah blah blah. To learn how to set up your first network, check the next quest. Okay, so flux plug. So, okay, that's the block and the cores, which of course I don't have anymore because I used them to make the block. So I get some XP. I get a flux block back. That's quite generous, and an uncommon reward. Let's hope it's something actually useful. A void upgrade. Okay, maybe useful. My first network. Right click on your plug and you will see the Flux network UI. Well, you know what, let's go plug it in somewhere first. So I want to use my generous those damn noisy cows. I want to use it on my main network down here. It can go pretty much anywhere, but I want it to be out of the way. So I'm going to pop it there. Then I'm going to stand over here away from those noisy ass cows. Right click on your plug and you'll see the Flux network UI. On the far top right corner you can click the plus button to create your first network. You'll need to set a password to create your network, but you can also set a colour. I'll probably do that. From here you can go to the network selection tab to activate your network on the plug. If the plug is attached to a power source, you can now harness that power anywhere in a system using a flux point. Pro tip, you can create multiple networks if you want to have different power sources powering different parts of your systems. Okay, so right click, create a new network. Tavern's network, that's me, or Adam Tavern's network. Let's literally just make it Adam's network, that'll do. And the colour can stay blue, I don't really care, it doesn't really... Okay, so you have to give it a password. I'm just going to give it a password of Adam. Let's face it, I'm not going to forget that. So, I've got it. So this is on Adam's network now, I guess. Yep, it says Adam's network. Input is 0, which is weird. Don't know if that's working, but wireless charging ineffective. Enable wireless. Is that charging anything? I mean, I don't see my jetpack charging. It doesn't seem to be. Did I miss something here? Let's have a look. Network selection tab to activate your network on this plug. If the plug is attached to a power source, you can now harness that power anywhere in your system using a flux point. Okay, well, I mean, it says it's enabled, or it looks like it is. Oh, do you actually have to tell it which item you want it to charge, maybe? Main inventory is disabled. Okay, I don't know why that's a thing. Well, I can tell it to charge everything else. I wonder why that's disabled. Never mind, we'll worry about that another time. Let's make some points. Let's get off of those noisy cows quickly. Flux points, and we'll see how this works. So a flux point is made from 4 flux cores. Oh no, someone's coming to see me. That was nice of them. And a block of redstone. Who's coming to see me? Anybody? Anyone come say hello? Huh? No. I didn't see the name, so I don't know who it was, and I don't see anybody. So never mind. So with our plug set up, we can now tap into the power from the network. The flux point does exactly that. It points the power from your network to whatever block it's attached to, including pipes and cables. Once you place your point on the machine or block you want to power, right click on it and select your network from the selection tab. Just like the plug, you can adjust how much power it pulls and priority levels, etc. Got back some flux cores, that's helpful, and a common reward. Some chicken. How generous of it. Okay, so there's a controller to make, and there's a storage. Let's make the controller. Oops. So that's if only I could type Flux controller. I need quite a few flux blocks for that. Yeah, that's a lot of flux blocks, isn't it? So I need 2 more still. And I'm out of cores. So a couple of those should do the trick. So I need 2 more. Oh, used all my flux dust. And I didn't make a point yet, did I? No, I did make a point. That's okay, that's fine. And I've got some flux dust left. Yeah, controller. Let's get this one sorted as well. That's an uncommon reward, and yet another void upgrade, but for a different mod. Interesting. So, can this just be plopped down anywhere? Can I just like chuck it here? Tell it my network. Ah, look. Nah, maybe that's something that was needed. I think I needed the controller to enable the wireless charging, because look, my jetpack is now wirelessly charged. And it's not going down either, is it? And as soon as I come off of the gas. Excellent. Okay, that's that. Let's sleep through the night. I'm going to go down here, check my machinery, make sure everything's all right. Does this run out of fuel? It looks like it has. I'll pop upstairs and put a bit more fuel in. So that will need uranium. So let's give it a couple more stacks. Problem is it's always on at the minute, so it's just always using fuel, even if you're not using any power. I need to deal with that as well. Not a problem. I mean, I've got all the fuel in the world. Like I've got, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stacks of unprocessed uranium. So I've got my flux point. Should we just find a random machine to plug it into and see what happens? Do we have any random machines that I have lying around that I haven't actually, used or put anywhere? Got anything just sitting in here? What are you? You're a brick. An enhancement extractor. Let's have a look at you. So I'll plop you there. You've got no power. But if I attach that to you, you've still got no power. But if I sell this, that's on Adam's network. It now has power. Works beautifully. So let's grab the things that are useful immediately now. The flux points. The reason for making this, of course, was because I wanted to make a teleporter. So those are matter receivers. And I will need to make 2 of those. So I need a couple of these machine frames. And a couple of these bad boys. Did I just say bad boys? I need some flux ducting for downstairs. So let's say I want my home one to be, not right here will be fine. Boom. So this one, give it a name, home. And I don't want to waste flux stuff, so I'm just going to attach it with good old fashioned flux duct. There's no need not to. That was a bit too far, wasn't it? I want to be in there. There we go. I'll keep the flux ducts, that could be handy. In fact, you know what, I actually might make some more. And then the other one will go wherever it goes and will be powered by the flux point. But to actually activate them, I need something. So for that, I will need a porter. So a charged porter first, and then the advanced charged porter. So hopefully I've got enough ender pearls still. There's the charged porter, which if I put in my bar should charge immediately. Yep, it's starting to charge. But the advanced one is what I want. Boom. Advanced charge porter. Shift right click allows you to set targets. So in this case I can shift right click on this one. So now I'm set to home. This is charging quite slowly. I don't know if that's just because I've run out of power. I should have tons. Oh, I do, I've got tons. I don't know if it's a limit on this thing, maybe. Or there's some form of transfer limit going on here, because it's, or maybe it's just the wireless can only do a slow charge, maybe. But it doesn't matter, it still charges wirelessly, and that's good enough. I wouldn't mind some form of battery though. What battery should we go with? There's a few. Let's look for... Which one? Let's look at my quest book again. Thermal had batteries of some form, if I remember rightly. There's no quest for it. Does Mechanism have good batteries? I mean, I know they've got tanks. Got energy cubes. Is there no batteries in this? So we've got the FTB Industrial Contraptions battery. Not necessarily something useful. We've got power batteries, which again, not necessarily useful. I'm sure thermal had something. What did thermal have? Flux capacitor, that was it. Flux capacitors. Now, there used to be different levels, but I only saw one, which is only small. But you can upgrade them. No, you can't upgrade them either. Ah, you can upgrade them through holding enchantments. So that's fine. Let's make one of them. So lots of flux going on. So flux capacitor. Let's get rid of these. Boom, boom, boom. That will also charge. Again, very slowly, but it will charge nonetheless. Don't know what range that wireless thing has. I guess wherever there is a point there'll be wireless charging. I don't really know. I've never really played, or haven't played with the Flux networks for a very long time. They have changed considerably since I last looked at them. Don't think there is a way of me charging that any quicker. You can't put... You can put items in there. That's quicker. Look, that's much quicker. That's always charged. So next up will be enchanting this to increase its capacity. So let's have a look. I've probably got some books for capacity somewhere already, and let's face it, there's a lot here, isn't there? Do just a search. No, the search doesn't look inside the book, so I can't just type in capacity to find the books of capacity, which is kind of annoying, but luckily it shouldn't take too long. It should be quite obvious to spot. I do not have a capacity book. So capacity. That's because it's not capacity, it's holding, but never mind. Holding. How far does holding go? Wow. Oh, there is capacity as well, but it doesn't matter. Holding, I didn't have any holding either. So holding 1. Wait, there is no recipe. So does that mean I can only loot it? That's annoying. Either way, at least I've got something though. And this is what, 500k. That's 1 million. I don't know how well that's going to work, but let's see. V inventory, all items. There we go. So it's on. It goes into what kind of slots? It goes into a charm slot. I have a spare one of them, so that's good. So in theory, I can now go out and about. I've only got one thingy, and it's set to home. So whenever I want, I'm done here. Oh, I need to go home. Click, boom, straight back to my matter receiver. That didn't seem to use much energy at all, so I'm good with that. So the whole thing was for me to get this thingy sorted, so I am going to sleep through the day, and I am going to head towards the end portal. Because my battery will also charge my jetpack. So that is also another potentially helpful thing. Tree. This is the boring bit because it is essentially 2 kilometers away. I'm going to ignore that little raid thing. Over the jungle. Over that meteor there. Not far now. 1/2 kilometre. Now, do I put the porter or the matter receiver somewhere, near the end portal, or do I actually put it in the end? That's the big question. So I just dump it in here? Is there a use for it being here? I suppose there is a little bit, isn't there? So if I put it here, that's actually quite handy. So I can pop you there. And you there. Can I reach that? It is set to my network already still, that's good. Which means that should be charging, and it is. Awesome. Plug the hole. Shift right click with my advanced charge porter to set position 2. Position 2 has no name, so let's give it a name. End portal. There we go. So now I can say, if I click set, next time I use it I'll zap to here, like this. So obviously I want it to be set ideally at home, but as long as I'm not set to somewhere where I'm going. In fact, that's probably the big reason to set it here, and not actually in the end world itself. Otherwise, if I wanted to get out of trouble, all I would be doing is just teleporting to a different part and still be in trouble. So now I don't have to technically cheat so much by doing a /home. Right, I need to kill some Enderman. Is he just going to commit suicide? Is he just going to jump over the edge?